What's up, everybody? This is James back with another one for the tolerance break. This video is going to be about the top 3 reasons I decided to take this break. Someone posted in a comment that that's what they're interested in, so that's what this video is going to be about. I hold my word. So, the number one reason why I'm taking this break is for dreams, for lucid dreaming, for the possibility of being able to control my dream in some way, my dreams in some way. I've never been able to lucid dream. I I have been remembering my dreams more often now since I've stopped smoking weed. I keep a dream journal, so whenever I wake up and I have a dream fresh in my mind, I open up my documents, my Google Docs, and I write that dream down or type it down, I suppose. Now, I haven't even come close to lucid dreaming in any way as a result of this break yet, but we're still pretty early on. This is still under 3 months of a break, so and I have only been doing the dream journal for about 3 months as well. So who knows if it's going to get to that level. I haven't been meditating like I should be. I should be meditating for at least 5 to 10 minutes every day. I haven't been doing that. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that more and more. So that is the first reason. Dreams. I am very interested in dreams. I'm very interested in the role they play in our lives. I'm very interested in the implications that dreams have, and I would like to be able to at least have one lucid dream during this year. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could go a year without smoking because since I've started smoking weed, I haven't taken a year off. I haven't even come close to doing that. I've taken maybe 10 days off at the most consecutively. So I really wanted to challenge myself, go big or go home. So I challenged myself to a year. I have regretted it on times. I wish I would not have chose a year. In some cases, I wish I would have chose 6 months or 3 months because it's I'm not really gaining too much right now, so maybe that's why I'm having those regrets. My gains have slowed down. In the first couple weeks, my dreams ramped up quite a bit, so I wasn't regretting it as much. I shouldn't say I'm regretting it because I'm gonna keep doing it. I want to see it through, but I that's an excuse I give myself sometimes when I'm not happy with not being able to smoke. Oh, I regret. So fuck all that. I shouldn't even say that. So the number two reason is a challenge. The self control challenge to see if I have the willpower to go a year without smoking. A lot of people say weed is not addictive, really addictive. So I wanted to test that to the fullest extent as I could. As an adult, I haven't really done that yet. So that's what this. That's the number two reason. The third and final reason is I want to see what kind of changes in my perspective come about. Once I started smoking weed, I started to question things a lot more as far as religion and God and science, and my perspective changed quite a bit. I mean, before I started smoking weed, I didn't really think about that stuff all that much. I mean, I was becoming more interested in it, but once I started smoking weed, it ramped it up to a 10. And I became like super into atheism. I'm not so much into atheism as much. I'm more into agnosticism and how someone can know something and what makes them so sure, like epistemology. I'm really into philosophy now, and I attribute a lot of that to marijuana. So I'm interested to see what kind of perspective changes I go through without the marijuana, to see if I revert to not caring about that stuff as much, or if I go even further. I mean, I have been looking at more and more philosophy stuff since I started this. I mean, maybe not more, but I still I still love philosophy and epistemology and religion and God. I love all those ideas and I love talking about them. So that hasn't changed really at all yet. It's still fairly early, like I said on the previous challenge, on the for the challenge. So those are the top three reasons. Another reason is I I was thinking before I really made this a challenge. The person that I was getting weed from was gonna be dry for a month, and I was like, you know what, I'll take a month break and take a tolerance break for a month while I wait for that person to harvest again, because I got a really good deal from them. I would be still if I was smoking, but I felt like there's no reason to go to the dispensary and pay an absorbent amount of money to get weed from a legal from a not just a legal shop, but from a shop that is going to overcharge me for stuff that's kind of just meh. So that was kind of like another reason. It's not really the reason I started this challenge, but it's not in the top three. But just not having the hookup that I had kind of was a catalyst to giving me the idea of doing this challenge. But it is not the driving force on why I did it. I didn't like run out of weed and couldn't get any and decided, oh, I'm gonna do a tolerance break. It was more of I kind of lost the really really good deal I was getting, and instead of going out of my way and driving 45 minutes to a dispensary to pay ridiculous money, I decided, oh, I could just take a break for a month to wait for the harvest to come in. So I would say that's like number 4 or 5 on the list of why I started the tolerance break. So that's about it for this video, I think. Mm, yeah, I believe that is it. Uh, if you have a question for me, please leave it in the comment below. If you have any criticisms, go ahead, leave that in the comments below as well. And I will try to get to it. I mean, I will definitely get to it. Not just try, I will get to it. Thank you for anybody that's tuning in for the first time or again. And I'll see you next week for another tolerance break.